Watermelon, 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 watermelon. So tonight, Watermelon gets a opportunity here for a Raw Women's opportunity. Watermelon has tonight to prove that she deserves to be Raw Women's Champion. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, I'm Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, I'm Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, and Jordynne Grace gave Watermelon this opportunity to prove herself that she can become a Raw Women's Champion. Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace, I'm Jordynne Grace. Let's go! Hey! So Jordynne Grace retained her Raw Women's Champion against Ruby Red and Jasmine for the second time. And she beat Ruby Red and Jasmine for the second time. Demetria Morgan won. Ding ding ding. The match scheduled for Windfall. And it is for the Raw Women's Championship. In this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and no submissions. The only way to win is by pinfall. Her opponent from Northside, Alabama, weighing in at a combined weight of 244 pounds. Watermelon! And Watermelon gets to prove herself that she is the next Raw Women's Champion. And her opponent from Katyville, New Jersey, weighing in at a combined weight of 246 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace been holding on to this Raw Women's Champion since Clash of Champions. But tonight that could all change. Watermelon could turn things around and become the Raw Women's Champion. And this Raw Women's Champ has been defended at 2 pay-per-views this year already. Clash of Champions and Roadblock. Ring a bell! Ding ding ding! And here we go. Jordynne Grace already told Watermelon she's not gonna take it easy on her at all. And here we go. And these two women fighting for the precious Raw Women's title. And there goes Grace. And Grace, and look at Watermelon. And Watermelon taking it to Grace. Step. And a neck breaker. Cover. 1, 2. And the champion kicking out. And Watermelon. And Watermelon, Grace won't go. And Grace goes over the top rope with that kick. Watermelon, Watermelon caught. Kick by Grace. And what a shot by Grace. Grace knocking the lights out of Watermelon for a few minutes, and Watermelon is able to get back up after it. And Grace, and Grace continuing this fight. And Grace, and another punch by the Raw Women's Champion. And right now, Grace taking it real calmly here with Watermelon. And Grace. And a back elbow by Watermelon. And Watermelon now going to the back. That's where Grace got injured at Roadblock. And now Watermelon. And a kick to the back by Watermelon. And now Watermelon has found a way to destroy Grace. And Watermelon, and putting her knee into the back of Grace. And Watermelon, and Watermelon, and a neck breaker cover on the champ. 1, 2, and Grace giving a kick out. And Grace may not be able to hit that moonsault tonight because of her back. Ruby Red punched Grace in her back hard at Roadblock. If y'all want to see that video, subscribe to this channel. And Grace fighting back. And Watermelon taking the fight back to Grace. And Watermelon now going back after to the back of Grace. And Watermelon. And Watermelon with a clothesline to Grace. And Watermelon. Spine buster to Grace. Cover. 1, 2. And Grace again. Kicking out. And Watermelon can't. Can't get too mad. Grace. Watermelon. And drop kick. And another drop kick. And that time a clothesline of Grace. And Grace. Grace reverse. Grace a Enziguri. And now Grace now. And Grace has gotten mad. And here comes the Raw Women's Champ. And Grace with a neck breaker. And Grace, oh, what a kick. And Grace, Grace, back elbow, and a German superplex to Grace. Cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. And Watermelon would hit the death blow with a back elbow to Grace. And now, and Watermelon, and Watermelon taking it, and Grace, and Grace, and Grace connecting with the moonsault, and here comes the Raw Women's Champ, Jordynne Grace, and Grace, Grace tired of playing games now, Grace just tossing, Watermelon, and Grace, and Grace now, and in a minute, and Grace, punch in the corner, and Watermelon with a knee, and a kick to Grace. And a super kick to the Raw Women's Champion. And it looks like Watermelon still got some fight. And Watermelon going up to the top. And there's the drop kick from the top rope. Grace is down. And now, knee by Watermelon. And a punch. And Watermelon, superplex to Grace, 1, 2, and Grace. Grace trying to do the best she can to stay Raw Women's Champion. Grace has been a good Raw Women's Champion since Clash of Champs when she beat Ruby Red and Jasmine for the title. And Grace, and Grace taking her down. And Grace, and Grace gonna slide. Drop kick. And another. And a big boot by Grace. And Grace trying to make the crowd trying to rile up Grace. Back elbow. Grace. A kick. Punch by Melon. And Watermelon. Double knees to the back of the neck. And we're not sure if Grace is okay after them double knees to the back. And Watermelon, Grace ducks, Insecurity, Grace, kick, another, Grace, Grace super kick after super kick. And Grace now, spine buster by Grace. And now Grace now going up to the top. Grace at the top. Grace. Nobody home for the moonsault. A DDT by Watermelon. Could we have a new Raw Women's Champion? Watermelon top rope. And a splash to Grace. Cover. 1, 2. And a kick out by Grace at the last second. We thought we was about to have a new Raw Women's Champion. Let's take a look. Grace was at the top went for the moonsault. Oh! Nobody home. Watermelon. Oh! With that beautiful DDT, Watermelon would go up top. Oh! And gave Grace a splash. 1, 2. Oh! But Grace was able to kick out at the last second. And Grace, oh! Yeah! Oh! Grace a, oh! And these two throwing shots in the middle of the ring. And Watermelon, oh! And Watermelon makes the least of hers. Oh! Neck breaker, oh! And a kick. Watermelon now gonna put everything on the line. Oh! Nobody home. Watermelon roll through. Oh! A super kick by Grace. And Grace a super kick. And Grace a super kick. And Grace, wow! A spine buster to Watermelon. And Grace about to end it. Grace top rope. Wow! A moonsault by Grace. Grace now, top rope. Wow! Another moonsault. Grace. Wow! And a third moonsault. 1, 2, 3, and Grace retains. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Here is your winner, and still the Raw Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace remains the Raw Women's Champion. Jordynne Grace say she's gonna give out opportunities to anybody who wants an opportunity. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace.